Multi-award winning international host.
Yes.
At how old?
21.
Preparation plus opportunity equals success.
Put yourself out there and be intentional. And if you want to do something, work on it and say it. Say it. It's not just about the art or the artist. There has to be people who are working on you. Be intentional about your job.
You spoke on having an NGO.
Claudia Naisabwa initiative.
Exactly do you do?
So we have a teenage pregnancy crisis. I come from Samburu. Can you imagine? In this time, there's some young girls who can't even speak Swahili, the national language, feel. I want to improve the lives of these young girls. I also am working towards taking a few of them and putting them on scholarship.
What has been the hardest part of growing that fast when you're just a young lady? Ladies and gentlemen, classmates, welcome to the concert for businessmen. Yes, becoming CEO, a concert for businessmen. I'm so excited about today's episode. One, because I get to learn, and I've consistently said this on this show, that the Gen Z, Generation Z, they figured out a way to do business and to be entrepreneurs. So I'm always excited to learn from the younger generation. We're still doing our filming. We're still filming at Longonot Place. Come check it out. Book your staycation. Waambie wakupate discount ya field director. Place moja amazing sana. Wacha niwaambie ukweli. Leo mpaka nimeambia my producer niaje tafadhali, instead of the regular water, niwekee Red Bull kwa glass, because our lecturer for the day is so energetic. I only know her with so much energy. So I was like, I need to keep up. So please niwekee Red Bull. Alafu nimediscover kwa hii set somewhere kuna Moratina. Nani alileta Moratina kwa show? By the way, nyi wazee mko kwa hii show nawaangalia. Nawaangalia sana. So yeah, let's do this. I hope I can maintain the energy. Ladies and gentlemen, our lecturer, we like to call them socialpreneurs over here, is none other than Claudia Naisabwa.
Yes.
How do I say that word?
Naisabwa.
Naisabwa.
Hivyo tu.
Hivyo tu.
Yenye inaandikwa.
Yes. International, multi-award winning international host.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
At how old?
21.
Yeah. You guys make us look like we're not working.
What do you mean?
Hey, first of all, how many times are you ever in the country?
Well,
Well.
wow. I think I go out of the country a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm also around.
We at 21. At 21 mlikuwa mnafanya nini? Gentlemen, ladies, at 21, what were you doing? We at 21 she has an entire empire, and she's just getting started, and it's like she's running and she's not planning to stop. I'm just curious
You're
from
very
this.
right. You're very right.
Yes.
I'm not stopping.
You're
I'm
not
running.
stopping.
Yes.
What's making you run like this? What are you running from? What are you running to?
First of all, I'm a very ambitious young lady.
Right.
I'm passionate about what I'm doing. So I want to always become better.
Okay.
This is in regards to the people that I interact with. I always want to learn something. The things that I consume, if it's on YouTube, actually watch your episodes
Thank
so that I
you.
can learn a few things. Kama hiyo ya George Ndirango, I really sat down.
Right.
And I wrote some notes and I picked up some few things. Mukisema matumbo.
Watu wanakumbuka matumbo, but I kid you not, there were better points
The
in
stories,
there.
yeah, like
But yeah,
I like
definitely.
learning from people who went before me.
Yes.
So I think the main reason why I run is because I want to be a really successful young lady. I love what I do. I want to be the best at what I do. And I want to be a billionaire in dollars.
I love it. I love it. From today's conversation, we call ourselves classmates here because the person sitting where you're seated gets to teach us about what they do, how they've achieved success. What are you hoping we're going to learn from you today?
I want you guys to know that if you put your mind to something, you can very much achieve it, even if it seems impossible, and nothing is impossible.
Right. Wow. I love
I've
it.
proven it to myself time and again. So me, I know this is not just something I'm saying. I've seen it happening in my life.
Okay. Let's go to the very beginning. From how you speak, it seems you sit and you observe a lot and you learn from people. Was this your trait at home? What was it like growing up? And was there music and entertainment and hyping at home?
Well, growing up, I've always been that kerere child. You know, ule mnabanga uni kerere. That was me.
Okay.
I used to love entertaining people when I was a child. Actually, my first passion is music. I wanted to be an artist. Like, niwaimbie kabisa. Nilikuwa mpaka naandika manyimbo. We'll get into that. But I used to be that entertainer, the family entertainer, when guests come over. Hey, Naisabwa kuja imbia watu. Na waimbia. Na wakatikia. I used to go for talent shows.
Wow.
I think in 2010, I went for a talent show in Maralal, which is Samburu, my hometown.
Right.
And I won 10K.
Wow.
As a dancer. Niko hapo. I think, was it Bad to the Bone? Was that the name of the song? Bad, that one.
Okay.
That was the one I think I was dancing to.
Oh my goodness.
I think so. Yes, I think that was a song. But yeah, I've always been someone who I don't know, I like entertaining people. I think this is my purpose in life. And one of the reasons why I think I'm successful at a young age is because I discovered my purpose in life at a younger age. Because even my uncles, I'd say I'm a very exposed child because I've gotten to see different things in life. I got to travel when I was a child. I went to schools abroad for some time and then came back. So I've been exposed as a young kid. I think I've just seen different things in life that used to excite me. And I'm like, this is what I want to do. You see, for me as a child, when I said I wanted to be an artist, I used to sit down and watch VMA performances.
Oof, okay.
Or any other type of performance, as long as it's an artist who's on stage, if it's an award show. From when I was a kid, I'd sit down and just watch them and just admire what they were doing and me, I used to enjoy it as the audience. So I used to see myself as I used to believe that one day I'll get on stage and I'll do exactly what they're doing.
Wow.
And when it comes to my upbringing, you said I look like someone, I seem like someone who observes a lot. I do.
Right.
I do. I've been raised by my extended family. So this is everyone. Mimi mtu wa watu.
Okay.
So I've known how to interact with different people with different characters. Even right now in life, before I engage with someone, I like to psychoanalyze them. Kidogo. So yeah, that's just me.
Wow. It's interesting to find a generation of parents and family that supports you to dance.
Man.
Yeah, so that must have been, so no one was against it.
They support you until you're a teenager. And then they're like, now you need to focus on school. Secondary school, ulipata nini juzi exams?
Yeah.
So from when I was in primary, the support was massive.
Right.
And my parents used to, they used to, I know, vouch for me. Walikuwa wananiacha nifanye kile nafanya because you're just a young child. Nikafika high school. Now they got serious.
Yeah.
Even till today, they're still serious. They got serious and they are like, Naisabwa, shule kwanza. So I didn't even get to like be outgoing as much. Yes, I was still outgoing because that's just my personality. But I wasn't as exposed to, everything else that's happening.
Right.
Like I didn't get to meet maybe producers or people who are in that field when I was in high school. I didn't get to do that. But now that I finished high school, I told my mom, by the way, I'll tell you a short story. So when I was in high school, I used to be this kerere child. And until something happened, and then I just saw things differently when I was in Form 4. Yeah, so when I was in Form 4, something happened that just changed the way I used to view life. Because I used to think, you get everything that you want. I used to think everyone wished the best for me until I had like a situation that I learned from. So leaving high school, I was more focused. After what happened in Form 4, I was more focused. I was more intentional with what I wanted to do. So I remember when I was 17, because I live in South Sea, and even till date, I still live with my parents. Right. I went to Switch TV. Hapo tu, because ilikuwa tu hapo Red Cross. So it's like a 10-minute or 15-minute walk from home. I go there and I tell Nick Mudimba at the time. I think he was head of news at Switch TV. I just go there and I'm like, I want to volunteer here.
Yeah.
To be a presenter, just to get to learn what you guys do. Even if I'm not getting paid, I just want to sit and learn what you guys are doing. And then Nick sat down with me. Akaniambia, Claudia, let me tell you this. I think the best thing for you right now is to start your YouTube channel. just go and start a YouTube channel. And then tukaongea kidogo, then I leave. Of course, I take contact so that I can. He was my mentor. The first person to ever talk to me about media was him. So I do one YouTube video. It was quite nice. I think it's still on my YouTube channel. The first video, Genesis, it's still there.
Right.
So I do that video, and then for some time I'm like, okay, because I was trying to figure out what do I want to do in campus. I'm like, yeah, I know what I want to do. I want to do communication.
Right.
So got into campus, did communication.
Right.
Now, when I had already started campus when I saw Eddie Butita Menzisha SPM Bars.
Right.
I was doing my diploma at the time. So I reached out. Let me tell you, power of being intentional and just reaching out to people. So I reached out to Mulamwa at the time because I used to follow him and he followed me, and I was like, it's easier to access Butita through Mulamwa. So I tell Mulamwa, hi, but then I'm interested in being a presenter on SPM Bars. Can you introduce me to Butita? Then Mulamwa, on one of those days I was in Thika Road nikishoot. He's like, kuja nikupeleke upata na Butita.
Right.
Then akanipeleka where we were shooting SPM Bars at the time.
Right.
They used to call me Ka Last Born because that's when they had started, and then I joined as their last born.
Yeah.
So I stayed at SPM Bars for 1 year. The time I was at SPM, I got to meet people. I did so many different things, from red carpets to events to hosting youngins to having a show. I used to even have a show on SPM Bars.
Right.
And then that's where I got that opportunity to just be out there and be seen. That's the first platform I got.
Yeah.
So let's go back to Nick Mudimba, the guy from Switch TV.
Yeah.
He messages me. He sends me a poster. KTN is looking for a host.
Right.
I'm like, okay, but I need to do this. I need to try out for this. So he's like, yeah, please, you need to try out for this. I go and talk to. Again, I love meeting people, talking to them, learning things. I love networking. It's something I enjoy. I enjoy having conversations with people and getting to know what they do and see how I can, work with them, see how we can collaborate, all that. So I have a friend who's called, there are two actually. James Ayugi.
Whee! Okay.
Yes, so I have a friend called James.
Right.
And Effie Saint.
You
know Effie?
Yes, I know
so
Effie.
I tell James, by there there's this, because I used to ask him when I want to do something, like he used to give me counsel also. So nikamwambia, I want to shoot this nini. He's like, I'll give you someone when you mneza shoot na yeye. And that's how he introduced me to Effie Saint.
Right.
But before that, when I had seen the auditions, I had already done 2 videos. Can I tell you? The first one nilifanya kwa radio studio ya Daystar. Okay. Even my lecturer saw me doing it. He was like, continue, go on. I wish you all the best. Just continue shooting. I wish you all the best. Okay. I did my first video at Daystar. Then I did my second video at A Grand Little Lie. Red carpet. Red carpet yenye mulifanyia Nairobi Cinema.
Nairobi Cinema,
I shot like a small clip there. That was my second audition.
Nitakutumia invoice size.
Then the third one is now the one I went all out, and James na Effie helped me put together.
Right.
This is how badly I wanted this job.
3 auditions.
I just wanted one to post on one platform, but I really wanted it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I was like, I need to get this.
Right.
So we did the auditions. We went in for screen tests for like 2 months.
Okay.
And then that's how I got on TV.
Right.
For 2 years, stayed at KTN, learned a lot along the way, then moved to Wabebe.
Wabebe XP.
Yes. And that's where I'm currently at.
Wow.
Yes.
Yo, that's quite the journey. It feels like you've done 50 different things, and I mean, it's just 21. That keeps amazing me. Like the power, the drive. Wow.
Thank you.
What has been the hardest part of growing that fast when you're just a young lady? And of course, the minute you walk in through the door, people are like, oni mtoto. But you get to do these big things.
So I've had my challenges, but there's a friend of mine who's a bit older. I actually like I have a lot of older friends. He told me, Claudia, someone can put you in all ages. You can act like a 16-year-old when you're interacting with a 16-year-old. You can act like a 40-year-old. Right. And you can also act your age.
Right.
Someone can put you in all ages. This is because of the kind of interactions I've had as a child growing up. So I'd say you can't really, majority of the time, people don't even think I'm 21.
Right.
Because, they're expecting you to, of course, when whatever, Gen Zs are not like that serious. But me, actually, I'm very straightforward when it comes to my work.
Right.
Akunanga, hivi. So we're doing this, let's do this. You're saying, these are the deliverables, let's deliver that.
Okay.
There's one thing I don't play about. It's my job.
Okay.
That's one thing I'm very serious about. As for the challenges, I think my mom is the one who's usually more worried about my career more than I am.
Yeah.
Because she's like, Naisabwa. So what is the end goal? She always wants to know, what are you doing next?
Right.
Because I've also had my own challenges. And she asks me, sasa hii media yako? Because of course, even parents, they don't believe that you can make money. They still, my mom comes out sometimes, she's like, Ati, you've made how much?
I mean, she doesn't believe it.
Yeah, because she asks me, hata mpaka siku hizi namwambianga, ai, kwani unataka kujua? Like, what do you want? Because she wants to plan for me. Anataka kunipanga venye, sitapoteza pesa.
Vile utatumia.
She wants to help me budget.
Right.
She's the one who's more worried. She's worried about the future of my career.
Let's talk about your career. So how many things do you do? Let's start from there. And what exactly do you do?
One, I'm a TV presenter.
All right.
2, I'm a digital creator.
Okay.
3, I am a host
All right.
for both corporate and entertainment.
All right.
4, I'm an entrepreneur, something I don't say as much. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. And 5, I am a founder of my own non-governmental organization.
At 21? Okay, again, what was I doing at 21? Anyway, ni sawa, nitarudi. I mean, I think what we know you most for when you're hosting.
Yes.
So you get to host all these events. I know you do a lot of the corporate events, but that is not posted as much as they don't go viral as much as the entertainment. I'm like, first of all, how many wardrobe pieces do you carry? Because the way you run on that stage, the way you dance, the way you move, the entire time I'm like, akia Mungu shikilia hiyo nguo juu sasa ikiraruka.
Do you know, I think I work with an amazing team.
Yeah.
I work with an amazing team.
Right.
So my stylist knows what I want. So I have maybe 2 to 3 outfits.
Yeah.
Per event.
Right.
So for me, I think I've always been training to do this.
Okay.
Even for me, I will be in 6-inch heels and jumping on the stage and dancing. And at no point will you see me changing my shoes unless I'm changing into a different pair of heels.
How do you prep for such shows? I'm just curious. So you get to walk around with heels in the house?
I'm telling you, I really don't like sneakers. Genuinely, I'll be in heels for a better part of the day and I'm comfortable.
Because I know I was reading somewhere, I think Beyonce, the dad made her wear heels. Like she'd make her wear heels the whole day just to practice and get comfortable with them. All right, so let's go to the emceeing, especially the hype bit. Is there preparation that you do? How well do you need to know your music? So that means there's rehearsing you do with the DJs. How does that process look like?
Now, interesting thing.
Yeah.
For me, when it comes, let's just talk about the prep first.
Yeah.
The dancing, the routines, I tell my dancers, guys, come up with different routines. So we have an Amapiano routine, we have an Afrobeats routine, and we also have a dancehall routine.
Right.
So I'm like, come up with different routines.
Right.
Let's say the day, the eve of the event, or on the actual day of the event, is when I'll catch the steps. I'll tell them, Aya, what are you guys doing? Aya, let's do, take me through it. And then in a few minutes, I have it. I'm a quick learner.
Apologies. Some of us will need to train for a whole year for one
But
dance move.
I'm telling you, I've been training for this because I've always been entertaining people.
Right.
So it's easy for me to just catch it.
Right.
For the music as well, I listen to a lot of music. Of course, as an entertainment host, you have to consume a lot. If it's film, if it's music, you have to really consume it. So I really consume a lot of music, all types of genres. I listen to it. And for the DJs, when you're doing the sets, majority of the times, maybe they might have a problem with you bringing your own DJ because of budget. So they'll tell you, we have this and this and this DJs. So the DJ is to tell you, aya, so tutaongea na DJ ngombe, aya, set yako inakaje. Are you starting with Afrobeats? What are you starting with? This is what you're doing, sawa.
Okay.
Aya, you just tell me what you're going to do. Mimi, I'll flow.
Okay.
I'll catch it. Let's go.
You'll just catch the flow,
Kabisa.
flow with it, read the crowd.
I'm a
read the
natural.
Apologies. So, okay. So now you're doing this, you're getting all these opportunities. But for sure, just from someone looking from the outside, I see the way you move and I'm like, no, she must have a very powerful team behind her. So when did it cross your mind that now I need to have systems, I need to have managers, accountants, all these people? Actually, I'm just assuming you have them. I'm sure you have a team.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. So kutembea kwingi ni kuona mingi.
Yes.
You get to learn a lot from traveling the world.
Yeah.
I travel a lot.
Right.
And when I travel, I interact with different types of people in the
Right.
entertainment industry, to be precise.
Yeah.
Because when I'm going out there, I'm going out there to maybe attend an event. For example, I'll give you 2 instances, Rwanda and South Africa. Rwanda, I went there. I just got paid. So I have money and I'm like, okay, there's Trace Awards happening in Rwanda. Let me go to Rwanda and just see, observe, meet people, and learn what a live production for an award show is like in real life.
Right.
Like not what we are seeing, because now you see the end, the end product. You see the post production.
Yeah.
I want to be there real time and see what do these guys do, what do the hosts do, just that I can get better at my job.
Right.
So you go there, you meet all types of people. You see how people do things differently. So you get to interact with them. Same thing with SA, Metro FM. I went there. I got to just talk to people here and there until I just picked up a few things. So when I get to interact with all these people, now I come to realize that it's not just about the art or the artist. There has to be people who are working on you, the people who are helping you get to where you want to be.
Right.
There's you who's dealing with the art side of it, and there needs to be someone who deals with the business side of it.
Right.
Now I also came to realize that in the global market, it's very unprofessional for you as a host to go and pitch yourself.
Wow.
It's hard for you to most of the times it's hard for you to
Right.
to get whatever you want if it's you representing yourself.
Right.
So you need representation.
Yeah.
So from that's when I got to, again, with the networking and meeting people, I got to know this one is from this agency, currently signed under Africa Creative Agency.
Yeah.
So that's how I got to get my agents.
Right.
Yeah.
And shout out to you. She introduced me to the agency. Yeah. They work across the region.
They
throughout
do.
Africa. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So wacha tuone kama wataniingiza box kama watani spread across the region. But thank you for that hookup. That was amazing.
Thank you too.
So now, how many people do you have in your team?
Well, I have my agents.
Right.
So I'll just call them my agents.
Right.
To just be one person representing them. I have my manager. I have a videographer.
Right.
2 actually. One for YouTube, one for Reels.
Okay.
And then I have 2 photographers
Right.
and my personal assistant.
Okay.
Yes.
And look at the amount of people you're employing. Again, that's just amazing.
Oh, and stylists.
And stylists,
Stylists.
one or several, because
2.
2. Okay, cool. Tell me, you've just mentioned Trace, and I was trying to think 2 things. The biggest event you've ever hosted and your most memorable event.
Wow. Hey, biggest event I've ever hosted. Oh, wow. All of them are actually big.
Hey, we are sorry.
No, because I'm trying to. I'm really
It's okay,
trying.
it's okay.
I'm trying to be like, which one? The most memorable one. I haven't hosted it, but I was there in real time, and I just loved everything about it. Was the metros in SA
In SA.
just the other day. I mean, my mind was blown away.
Okay.
The production, the way the links were so. I was like, yeah, this is now standard.
Next
this
level.
is what we need to be doing in Kenya.
Right.
So I think the most memorable one was Metros and also Trace.
And also Trace.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the most challenging thing in the hosting business? Because of doing this podcast now, slowly I'm being called to host events or moderate panels. So I'm curious because now I'm learning from you. So what's the most challenging thing? How should I prep better to host an event?
So the most challenging thing is when, let's say you have a program. The one thing I think I really struggle to adjust to, not really struggle to adjust to, but I think to some extent it gets to me. Yeah, sadly, if you're a client, pole sana. But let's say we have a program and you don't stick to the program. And then you come and throw me off. I've had an instance where I was on stage and now you guys want to change the program when we're already running and you come and you're throwing me off.
Okay.
I mean, I will do what you're saying, but I feel like if you give me a job, allow me to do my job. Unless it's an addition, don't flip the whole script.
Right.
Don't do a 360.
We
Because once you do a 360, I'm like,
but I feel like that's such a common thing in live shows and live events. We have a saying, anytime we're doing any live events as a company, we always tell ourselves anything that can go wrong will go wrong. For some reason with live events, there'll be an act who is late, there'll be talent who is late, kuna mtu tu atakanyaga cable lights I don't know. I thought that's a norm.
no. I
really.
mean, there's small challenges. There's that.
Right.
But when you flip the script 360 and you just change things completely, even when it comes to order of, let's say if it's an award show, the order of categories. And now, you have to be so keen that you don't miss this and you don't do the wrong thing because now they've changed the whole thing.
Right.
I mean, that's why we need to stick to what we rehearse. Let's say, because there's rehearsals prior
Yeah, for sure.
to the event.
Okay.
So and then when the event day comes and then in between, it's not even before. Before makes sense. If you give me like a few minutes before, it's fine. We can work with that. But we are ongoing. I'm about to say the next category and then you
flip it. Okay.
That's the one thing I'm like,
Nope.
Can we just not do this?
So rule number 1, be ready to adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah, adaptability.
And you'll never notice as an audience because hosts know how to handle these things.
For sure.
But they really do get to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the most challenging thing you found. Okay. Any more advice for me? I'm a rookie. I'm starting out. I'm getting into
please. What do you mean?
Hosting and public speaking.
Okay. Yeah. What do you mean? I was at was it a Canon event? You're the one who was moderating the panel.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Wait, which one was this?
This was last year.
Last year.
No, wait. This is when I had just come from my graduation. So this was 2022.
Oh yeah, at the garage. No,
I've 2022
hosted
November.
a couple. Yes.
Because I know my diploma graduation was then. Because now I'm finishing my degree.
Right.
That time.
It was at Nairobi Garage or something. Yeah.
Yes, Nairobi Garage.
Yes.
Yeah, so you've been at this. What do you mean? You're not new to this.
No, not at the level that you do it. I'm like, wait, sir, let me learn. But okay. So, any more tips?
I'm humbled. Any more tips? Just be intentional about your job.
Right.
If you want, one thing, let me tell you, my friends tell me this, and I think this is like, I don't know, my superpower. But my young friends, because, I have young friends. So every time I want to do something, I have my group of young girls. So I tell them, because they're my closest people, I tell them, guys, by the way, I want to do this in a few months. I just speak it to the universe.
Right.
Hata kama itakuja a month too, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it, I'll still get it done.
Okay.
So once I say I'll do something, I always get. There is no day. To this day, I'm yet to see a day where I've said I'll do something and I haven't done it.
Right. Okay. So now you're getting all these gigs, all these events, you're branding yourself, you have a team. So that means the money is starting to flow in.
Yes.
What's your relationship with money? What's your personality towards money? Hey, hiya.
I spend money vibaya. I spend money vibaya.
Right.
Because this is a behavior I'm unlearning. Because you know me, as I get money, I'm like, so stakangi kukaa na pesa, I distribute that money. I'm like, if it's either something I'm supposed to pay for, or it's something I want to do, naekanga tu pesa hapo.
Immediately.
Yeah, pesa. I don't think mi naeza kaa na pesa. That's a
Wewe na
behavior I'm
pesa
really
muwezi kaa
struggling
in the same
with.
room.
I was even telling my manager the other day, my guy, get me an accountant.
Right.
Yeah, so she was arranging to get me an accountant.
Oh, that
Because I was
needs to
like,
happen
I
ASAP,
need to know how to
Right.
properly just say this money goes here, this money goes here. And also, I think I invest a lot. My money goes back to my brand.
Okay.
So I really invest a lot in myself and in my career.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of building revenue sources, I'm a young artist, I'm coming up, so I'm really looking up to you to see, to learn the business. But you seem to have a very diversified portfolio. So what are some of your revenue sources?
I told you I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes. Oh, actually, you had mentioned them.
Yeah.
Please, let's go to the entrepreneurship. So,
I invested some time back
okay.
in a small... Do I say this? Let me just call it a small business.
Right.
Let me not get into what it is.
What it is. Okay.
So
that's okay.
I have a small business
Right.
that
That was existent, or you built it from the ground
I
up?
built it from the ground up.
Okay.
So there's that small business there's that small money coming in. There's of course
That's really
my
good.
TV presenting job.
Right.
There's that. There is the hosting gigs that I get.
Right.
Then I think, those are my sources of income.
And then I'm sure you're doing a lot of digital creating.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Also, wow.
Influencing.
I miss that. Yes,
nyingi,
influencing
mtu yangu
as well.
hatukumbuki.
So as a digital creator, I make money
Yeah.
from content creation.
From content creation and then influencing brands
Yep.
working with you. Wow. Take us through, because I feel like every revenue stream you have requires a different strategy to build. Because being a good host does not necessarily mean you're an influential brand online. So
True.
So you have to give each its time. So what does it take to be a TV host, to be a proper host?
To be a proper host.
Yeah, to build a brand as a proper host.
First of all, you need to learn. You need to learn a lot of things.
Right.
You need to learn how to be a good communicator. You need to learn how to be a good interviewer. You need to do your research. It takes a lot to be a host. I can't really give you the guide on how to be a host.
Right.
You just have to... for me, I told you I consume a lot of things. So I like watching a lot of people
Right.
when they are at work. I am a big fan of Jimmy Fallon. I think that guy is... is ridiculous.
He's
I think
hilarious,
he's hilarious. He's a very good host. I used to like Wendy Williams as well when she was still on Wendy Williams' show. So yeah, there's that. I learn a lot from watching people, and I learn a lot from trying to become better at my skill, because I always want to become a better... How do I become a better interviewer? How do I become a better host? Because I know different settings require you, or different surroundings require you to at least adjust yourself a bit, because the way I talk to the Gen Z audience is not the same I'm going to talk to the 30-year-olds and millennials.
You see, exactly. That's why I'm trying to figure out how you do that, because you get to host very corporate events. So like, how do you package yourself for corporate events at the same time package yourself for this younger Gen Z fun generation?
I think I really will just credit my upbringing, because I've really interacted with so many people from different ages. Because I told you I was raised by my whole family, my extended family.
Right.
So my uncles are in the picture, my cousins, my mom, my grandma. So I know how to interact with everyone differently. So that's why I told you, there's a friend of mine who told me, you can put me in all ages. So I think that's why it's easier for me to adjust myself and be able to converse with a more mature audience and also with the younger generation.
Right. So let's go to content creation and being an influencer on digitals. How does it work for you? So you continue creating your content, and then the clients just come, or are there specific clients that you target? And how do you brand yourself so that you get to work with certain clients?
So I still approach brands if, as a digital creator, I want to work with a certain brand. Because right now I know, I told my agents, guys, I want us to work with this brand. Let's be intentional on working with this brand. So we're working on getting to work with this brand. So you have to really put yourself out there. And also, sometimes, when you're, let's say in the entertainment industry, let me use this example.
Right.
People don't know you until you put yourself out there.
That is true.
So someone in those offices might not know you until you introduce yourself or until you show interest in wanting to work with them. So that's
Right.
what I do. I assume you don't know me. I have to show that I'm interested in working with you. And I give you a reason why you need to work with me.
Absolutely. Man, you're doing all these amazing things, and I'm watching from far, and I'm like, I mean, she's constantly busy, constantly working, building her brand. Do you have a normal
And I'm also in
life?
school.
And you're in school.
Yes.
Hey. Eh? So,
Okay.
unaambianga lecturers nini before you travel?
Wow.
Watakuwa wana watch, by the way, usiwadanganyi.
I'm telling you, there's some lecturers who I think I notify my lecturer. I'm like, by the way, I do this and this and this. I won't be able to be here for this week. So now we compensate if it's either an assignment they're supposed to do, or you're allowed some days to miss classes.
Yeah, okay.
Si kuna zile unapatiwanga ni 3 days. Ukimiss,
Something.
it's okay.
Yeah,
It's
sasa
okay, but
wewe
past
schedule
3
yako 3
days.
days. Hey.
No, like, of course, it's not every week.
Yeah.
So, when I'm not able to, I mean, I'll just be like, I still have that one day that I need to miss. If I miss, it's okay.
Right.
So at times I take advantage.
So do you have a normal 21-year-old
Absolutely not.
life? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I'm not a normal 21-year-old.
What do you feel you're missing out on?
Nothing. You know why? Because I always create time for me to interact with my young friends. I always have time to be a 21-year-old. Because I got to realize my life is moving so fast and I'm missing out on so many things. So I always create time to hang out with my young friends, because my closest people are my friends who are like 21, and we also live in the same neighborhood. So it's easy for us. Like after this, I know I'm going for a girls' night out. So, so I always create time to act like a 21-year-old, so I don't feel like I miss out on something, or I don't have a midlife crisis. That's one thing I'm really trying to avoid.
Okay.
Yeah. So I create time for everything. I like planning my days well. I like saying, okay, so this week we have this. I like planning my weeks in advance.
Right.
Yeah. That's the one way I'm able to hack everything.
Okay. What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
Yeah, with your friends.
Oh, we sing.
See,
We sing, we dance, we have a little karaoke session.
Hebu kwanza tuambie about your musical career. So, yes, you told me you have a story for that. You've always wanted to do music.
Wow. Yes, I really wanted to be a singer. I think I got into media and I liked the money. I got comfortable. And I was like, you know what? I'm also trying to also just I want to have a tunnel vision.
Right.
Because, you can be good at everything, but you can't be a master of everything. Or at least you can try to be.
Right.
So I think for me, I want to be a master at hosting, presenting, all that.
Right.
I want to be a very good communicator. I want to build myself in the media and broadcasting industry. Like, I want to be. If you think of this is where I'm working towards. If you think of anything, if you have an event in Africa and you want a host, the first person that will come to your mind is Claudia Naisabwa. I want to be that continental figure.
Right.
When it comes to media and broadcasting, I want to be that person. Everyone's like, yeah, this is the right babe to do this.
Right.
For concerts and for corporates as well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, from when I was a child, my uncle's friends used to call me Beyonce. Because one, we share a birthday.
Oh, wow.
And two, I used to like singing. I used to just be that girl. So I used to see her and try to do. You see when they were doing, is it all the single ladies? Yeah. I was trying to dance like them. So I knew I always wanted to be an entertainer. I always wanted to be a singer. Went to high school. Let me tell you what I used to do when people were studying. Or the weekends.
I hope mama na watch.
I'm so sorry, but I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, watu wakiwa preps, kuna hizi preps za afternoon on Saturdays,
Right. Yeah.
ama ni Sundays. I'd go to every class from Form 1 to Form 4. Mind you, we have 6 streams. Nenda kuwaimbia. Once I've written a new song, I go sing to all those classes. Or even during entertainment. I used to really love music that much.
Right.
By the time I was finishing high schools, I had 25 original songs written.
Yo.
Even the other day, the other day, just 2 days ago, I had put a song, an original song that I wrote, and I still saw guys on my Instagram telling me, "Oh my God, I remember this song when you used to sing for us."
Wow.
They're like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. You should release this song." I'm like, "Yeah, I will." My friends from high school, even primary, tell me, "Why haven't you released music?" Because they knew how much I was passionate about it.
Music.
Yeah, so that's my number one love.
Okay. No, you should. I mean, we shouldn't live life without regrets. So you should get back to it ASAP.
I will.
Okay.
Confidently.
Have you ever interacted with Amina Rabah?
Amina Rabah. On social media, yes. I think we've met once at an event.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I feel like you're just another
yeah, because she sings as well.
She sings as well.
Yeah.
She loves singing and just hosting, and she started off with the same trajectory as yourself. So I'm
wow.
like, yo, okay. But that's really amazing. Okay. You've won so many awards. What's your proudest award? What's that one award you were like, I really want to win this award, and when it came, you were like, yeah.
First of all, I'm very grateful for all the awards that I've gotten.
Mention.
There's so many. There's six, I think. 6 awards.
Wow.
And yeah, the first award I ever got, the first 2 awards I got were not even from Kenya. Can you imagine? One was from Nigeria, the other one was from Ghana. So my first award was Africa Women Awards, Outstanding TV Personality. This is last year. That's my first ever award.
Last year?
Last year.
So that means in a space of 1 year, you've won 6 awards.
I've won 6 awards in less than a year.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's that. I think that was my most proudest moment ever, because my first award was my first 2 awards were international awards.
Right.
And then I have gotten so many from East Africa Entertainment Arts, 2 awards. I won the other day Outstanding International Brand.
Absolutely.
I think you know what I'm really grateful for? My fan base.
Oh, yeah.
We call them enforcers. I call myself Claudia the Force. Because at 21, I'm such a force.
Yeah.
Now, my fans are called enforcers.
Esh.
Every time we're doing something,
Right.
they rally behind me like crazy.
Yeah.
I have never seen a stronger fan base
Right.
for a youngin like the ones I have.
Right.
And I've even, when I was in London doing a show with Rivani, one of the guys I met when I was in Birmingham, he came and told me, "By the way, I'm an enforcer." I was like, "What?" I was so happy. I was excited. I was like, "Wow." I had a moment, and I was like, "Yeah, I like that I've built a community." Yeah. Oh God, I feel emotional.
I mean, that's man, to receive that love, that's amazing. Let's speak about one other accolade that got a bit kizungu imepotea, but when you got appointed to Talanta Hela, first, how did you get the news? Were you aware, or hata wewe ilikupata tu somewhere tu kwa barabara, and did you even know what it meant then?
Now, I'll tell you a very interesting. So that's why I need to say, put yourself out there and be intentional. And if you want to do something, work on it and say it. Say it. So I met Waziri when I was doing Miss World Kenya. I was hosting Miss World Kenya.
Right.
So they're like, "Oh, we love your work. We'd love for you to come and host." So I hosted in Busia. Can you imagine?
Wow.
I hosted Miss Naisabwa in Busia.
Wow.
Now, I saw this window as a once in a lifetime opportunity to see what I can do. Right? So I pitch and I tell Waziri, by the way, I have this and this project. I think we can do it across the country. Nini. I just tell him. He says, all right, in January, this was in December. He's like, in January, let's have, I hope I'm allowed to say this, let's have a meeting. So I'm like, yeah, let's have a meeting. Me and there's a friend of mine, she's called Nkirote. I love hanging around women who are goal-oriented, who are smart, and who know what they want in life. So Nkirote is like that.
Right.
And she's an architect.
Right.
And she's 25. So she's someone, and yeah, she's someone I want to associate myself with because of what she's doing at her age. So we go and talk with Nkirote. We come up with a whole proposal. And we're like, this is what we want to do. We had the roadmap for how we're going to execute it in the 47 counties. Can you imagine?
Wow.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, the things I do, the things I come up with.
Right.
So we go see him. We tell him. He's like, you guys should have come here a week earlier. I would have put you on something else. So just some random day, I think he was like, this girl is quite intelligent. So some random day, I'm asked, give us your names and your ID. So I give them my name and ID. Ikaenda hivyo nikasahau hata ikanipita tu hivyo nikasahau your story. So now one day, just a random day, I'm in the house with my mom. I have a friend of mine, he's a CEO. So he calls me. I think it's around 9:30, they're heading to 10. I'm with my mom. He calls me. He's like, hey, congratulations. I'm like, congratulations? Congratulations for what?
For what? Yeah.
Have you not seen you've been gazetted? I'm like, huh? What do you mean? He's like, check your WhatsApp.
Right.
Then he sent me the gazette notice.
Wow.
I was so stunned. I couldn't even speak. I was like, huh? What? What happened? Okay. Then I go show my mom. Hey, she was excited. She was calling people. So you see,
because finally, for your mom,
Yeah.
something she recognizes, something she knows.
Yeah.
She's like, for her age, being gazetted is a big deal.
you know, so she was so excited for me. Me, I cried.
Wow.
I cried. We prayed.
Yeah.
We prayed because everything I put it to God. Before I do anything, I always say, God, I'm doing this and this and this and this. Right. Just bless me, bless the work of my hands. I hope that everything works out in my favor. Me, I think I'm one of God's favorite kids.
Oh.
Mungu ananipenda.
I agree.
Mungu ananipenda sana. So we prayed about it with my mom. Then I cried for a hot minute. It was unbelievable. Then that's now when we were announced. I got to meet everyone else who was in the council. And I mean, I didn't believe that I was the youngest person at 20.
Yeah.
I was on the council.
Right.
And my chair was the cabinet secretary.
Right.
I mean,
that's huge.
I know.
And then, of course,
Yeah.
in the world that we're in, because you are a public figure, so
Yeah.
I mean, you get love and backlash in equal measure.
But you know what?
Yeah.
You thank God for everything that you're given. I mean, mimi nasemanga kama haikuwa yangu. If I don't get it, it wasn't mine.
Right.
I'm usually so content if I don't get an opportunity. And if I get an opportunity and it's taken away from me, I'm like, God knows why it went.
Right.
You know, so I always say that it's God working in my life. Whichever way this goes. But I thank God for that opportunity because I got to interact with so many people. I got to host the president. Not once, I've hosted the president twice.
Wow.
Heads of state.
Right.
Next to me is the minister of Lesotho. I mean, how do I do this? It's God.
Yeah.
It's God who he strategically put me in this place so that this and this and this and this and this may work out. So it's him opening this door so that this door opens this one. As in, mi nashukurungi tu Mungu for where he places me in life.
Right. I mean, we've spoken so much about your career and everything that you're doing there. You spoke on having an NGO.
Yes.
What is this? What's the name of the NGO? What is
Claudia
it?
Naisabwa Initiative.
Okay, what exactly do you do?
So we support young girls in Samburu County. So we have a teenage pregnancy crisis. I come from Samburu. I was born there.
Right.
And also for a better part of my childhood, I was raised there before I came to Nairobi.
Okay.
So I know the challenges. I've also gone to school there, so I know the challenges these young girls face. Out of, can you imagine, Phil, 2 years in a row, last year and this year, statistics come out, and the total teenage pregnancy of the country, 50% comes from one county. And then
Yo, I didn't know
the
that.
50
Okay.
inagawanywa kwa the 46 counties.
Okay.
Are you seeing that? That's worry.
Yeah, kabisa.
And this is my community. And also, I think from my mom, because my mom is someone who's very selfless. So I learned a lot about helping people and just wanting to improve the lives of other people. So that's what I'm looking to do with my initiative.
Okay.
So I have visited schools, over 2,000 students. Tumewapelekea vitabu, sanitaries, we've had a conversation with them. I have met young moms who are dropouts. Some of them didn't even finish. Can you imagine? In this time, there's some young girls who can't even speak Swahili, the national language, Phil. Nimeenda mpaka huko ndani, Samburu.
Right.
And I've gotten the chance to meet these young moms because majority of them are from humble backgrounds.
Yeah.
They're either orphans, dropouts. So wanna survive on makibarua. You know.
Yeah.
So I want to improve the lives of these young girls. And I thank God for the friends I have.
Right.
Because the older friends I have, they're the ones who have helped me do everything. Some of them, I know a friend of mine who one time decided, I told him about it and he was like, sawa. And then alininunulia shopping for the young moms.
Wow.
It was a lot of shopping.
Wow.
This is unga, this is pads, this is curry. And I'm like, I want to improve the lives of these young girls. I also, I'm working towards taking a few of them and putting them on scholarship because we were to start that, but we've had a small challenge. Not full-time scholarship because we can't afford to do that. But if it's partial scholarship, then it'll help.
From where you stand or sit and having grown up there and seeing what's happening there in this crisis that is the teenage pregnancy, what can change this? You're doing your part, but I believe on a very small scale. And this is a crisis that needs government intervention. And what do you think can be done to change this? I have been part of these conversations on teenage pregnancy for a long time. I've worked with several organizations. And I always keep wondering, when does this get better?
So I feel from the reports I gathered from the visits I made, one, we need to really expose these young girls because they're not exposed. They have this small town mentality. I've been in school with them. So I know how they're thinking.
Right.
We need the society. We need the society to just, we need the people in the, wow, I'm trying to really not throw shade.
Najua ni ngumu.
So, but we need to, these young girls need to be exposed. So even if, because I even had this wild thought that, you see the way we go for school trips.
Right.
When we are in primary, you go to maybe like Bogoria or Siju, you go to Kisumu and you get to see what they're doing. And it just adds something to you and it changes your view on things or gives you a different perspective.
Absolutely.
I feel like if they even got to have these school trips that are a bit constructive and educative and they go outside there, maybe even do exchange programs. I'm just thinking out loud. Maybe even if they do exchange programs, they'll be exposed to, they'll see life outside that. Because I know we are, for my community, sadly, this is what I was really running away from saying, but we are a patriarchal society. So it's what the dad says that goes. I have interacted with a young girl in class 8. I went to a primary school. This young girl told me, she called me aside, akaniambia, Claudia, by the way, there's my sister finished high school. She got a C plus. This is a brilliant girl. She got a C plus. This is a class 8 girl who's telling me this. So her sister finished high school, and the dad forced that girl to get married. Because hauna pesa ya kulipa college. You know.
Yeah.
So like the easier way is for me to give you out and me to gain wealth. You know, where umefika umemaliza form 4 nini. And funny thing is my mom has also been fighting this. So I'm just following in her footsteps.
Yeah.
So I'm just following in her footsteps. So now this young girl is in class 8, because when I went to talk to them, I told them about I told them about being exposed. I told them about careers, what they'd want to do. We're just talking to them and trying to give them advice, and of course trying to change their minds. So this young girl tells me, hata mimi namaliza class 8, sijui naenda wapi high school, but nikimaliza form 4 mimi ndauzwa. You know?
Yeah.
So this is what we are dealing with. Phil, it goes a long way. The parents need to see. I feel like we need to open ourselves up. The parents, sadly, because some of them are quite old as well, so you don't blame them. But I feel like it's so hard to change a mature person's mind.
Yeah.
And it's easier to change a young person's mind.
Absolutely.
So what I'm trying to do, and why I'm even going to these schools and speaking to both young men and women, is so that I can change their minds, because they're the future. It's hard for me, a young person, to tell an older person, an elder, that mtoto wako anafaa kwenda shule. So naangalia unaniambia nini? Why are you telling me how to raise my family? Because you think umeishi mingi, so you think you know better. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm even going for the young people. And what we need to do as a community, we need to empower our young men and women. We have a teenage pregnancy. The conversation needs to be to both the young men and women. We need to speak to both genders.
Yeah,
we don't only need to speak to the young girls.
It takes both of them to get pregnant.
You know.
Absolutely.
It's a joint partnership.
Kabisa.
Yeah. So, and aside from that, I really think the biggest problem we have is exposure. Because mtu atakuja hapa Nairobi atasema amechanuka sijui nini. Unahitaji kuchanuka. What makes you think you need to have that small town mentality? That you need to think like that person from the village.
You know what? I agree with you 100%. I have been saying it for a while. Again, just going, now for me, because I'm a gray ghetto, so I do a lot of, so I go back a lot, talk to a lot of the young people. And it's the same thing. By then you realize the biggest problem is actually exposure.
It is.
I think I got lucky because I had a father who strongly believed that education is the key to success. So we were growing up in the ghetto, but nalipiwa shule iko Ubabini, iko Parklands. And simply because of just coming to this world and seeing, oh, wait, this is better. I can live in better houses. I can get access to all these things. It made me want to be better. So I agree with you 100%. And when you say it, it doesn't look like such a hard thing for government to implement.
Yeah.
I mean, just get the kids, put them in a bus, host them in Nairobi for a week, take them around. Let them see more to life. Let them see that there's more to life than what they're used to. By just simply doing that.
Very true. Because also with schools, they want the parents to pay.
Yeah.
And some of them are not able to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you can't blame them.
Absolutely.
So don't deny a child the chance to see the world just because they come from a humble background. So if they can commission these school trips that empower these young kids, the better. Yes. I'm speaking to you, my governor.
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't... County governments receive tens of billions Kenya shillings. If you just put away just 1B for the entire county to take all the kids on trips and educative, constructive trips outside the county for the year. It's not a lot. It's very doable.
It is.
It's very interesting. It's a very interesting concept. Wow. You look like a lady who's just getting started. I mean, you you're running, like you don't look like someone who's going to stop anytime soon. So what does the future look like for Claudia?
So in the next few years, I see the lives of young people getting better. This is people from my community. I don't want to go to an office because I've been to offices where I'm told, when in Samburu, you're the only Samburu I know.
I,
It's like we're extinct and we're
it's your
not.
joke.
And this because we're not exposed. So I see in the next few years, the young people of Samburu County need to be empowered.
Wow.
In the next few years, I'm going to be very rich. This is me putting it out to the
Oh,
universe.
no, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Please, I'll just keep in touch, keep in contact, so that I can call and just ask for a lose 1 million like this.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Those days are going to get.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are going to get there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You're doing so much. There's so much you're looking forward to. Just curious, how do you keep yourself grounded? You have the fame, the money's coming in, you have these big dreams. You're just a girl.
I am just a girl.
So how do you keep yourself grounded?
So I think the strongest pillar is my family
Okay.
and my friends. My friends, they know tukenanga mahali I'll be stopped. But my friends will check me. That's why I really say, I have a very discerning spirit because of the people who I associate myself with. Akuna time, I've had a few instances where I've cut off people. But my friends who have known me for the longest time, they are amazing human beings. These are people who, I don't know, they wish the best for me and I wish the best for them. As we are sisters, we support each other. So they always check me. They're not yes men. They'll tell me, Claudia, this was wrong.
Right.
You don't get to, and these are people my age. You don't get to do this. Don't do this. I also have, as much as I have my family, because my mom will always check in. Unafanya nini leo? Alafu kesho? So she wants to always know my moves.
Yeah.
So she's always someone who also keeps me straight.
Right.
And I thank God for having someone like her and also my uncles. I told you, mi ni mtoto wa familia mzima.
Yeah. Yeah.
So also my uncles, they'll see something on social media, because my mom is not on social media.
Right.
But they'll see something on social media and call me and ask me, are you okay? What's this? Are you fine? Is this story nini?
Yeah.
And we talk about it. We actually talk about it. You see what you see on social media?
Yeah.
My family addresses it.
Where?
They do. They talk about it.
Right.
They'll be like, we've seen you on this blog page.
Where?
We talk about it. So they are very much aware of what goes on in my life. And they wish me the best. So they'll always sit down, listen to me, and be like, don't worry. They'll tell me if I'm on the wrong and if I'm doing the right thing and how I need to go about it. So I have people who are guiding me and who are praying for me. I have my team, my manager. There's a day something was going down. She was the first person to call me in the morning. I'm wondering, why is Betty calling me at 9 a.m.? Miss Kithinji.
Oh, I love
She's my
Betty.
manager.
I love
So Betty, she's like, come on, what did I tell you?
Yo.
That is the first statement. What did I tell you about people? And she's like, have you seen? Check your Instagram. I've sent you something.
God.
So yeah, my team also don't just let me do whatever the hell I want to do. And also my principles, how I was raised.
Right.
There are things that will pass for me, and there are things that I just can't do.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
So we always ask here for your stranger than fiction story. I mean, you've been all over the world, you've done events,
God.
things always go wrong. All right. So what's that stranger than fiction story? You found yourself in a position and you're like, if I tell people this, they won't believe me. But Aki ya mama ili happen. I know the Talanta Hela qualifies for one, but yeah.
Jeez, do I even have? I wouldn't say it's stranger than fiction, but
Yeah.
I'd say it's fate.
Okay.
So just the other day, I was in SA. So now I just got to the airport because I was going to a different province
Right.
for another award show. There's this lady I've always been looking up to. I mean, I've written to this lady.
Wow.
She's very big. She's the head of content at SABC. So she's very big in the broadcasting space in
Right.
South Africa. So I always wrote to this lady. Let me tell you, fate, coincidence. I'm at the airport. I'm waiting for my flight from Johannesburg to Mpumalanga. So ile tu nimechill, I hear people giggling in the back. I'm like, oh, nikina nani? And I had headphones on. So I turned like this. I see her.
Wow.
I was like, wow. Because she was also going the same direction.
Right.
I was like, wow. She's called Lala Tuku. So I actually even posted a video with her.
Right.
So this I'm like, by there I was like, I'm not going to let this opportunity pass me. So I talked to Lala. I'm like, hi Lala, Claudia Naisabwa. I'm friends with there's a Hollywood actor who's a mutual friend. I'm like, I'm friends with this person because that's even how I got to know about her and what she does.
Right.
And I'm a big fan. So we interact. We even exchange contacts.
Wow.
And when we were there, we even got to have a conversation. And I was like, I didn't know I'd be here at this time with her, but this is God.
This, when on my email, when I sign off my email, my caption down there is opportunity, preparation plus opportunity equals success. And opportunities will never meet you at home lying in bed.
Yeah.
You have to go out there and get them. So you just told me that the essay trip was, you were not going to perform or anything. You just got out and left, and it was your way of networking. Look at you. Look at that. Hii classmate, usilale kwa nyumba unangojea opportunity kupate hapo kwa blanketi. Piga hiyo blanketi, teke, get out. Just go out. Always go out. The opportunities, you get the opportunities out there, right? What's your mantra? What's that one line you keep telling yourself that keeps you going every day?
It always works out.
It always works out.
Hata kama I will face whatever challenge, it always works out. I always believe that it works out. I don't know. Sijui. I am a very strong believer. I have very strong faith.
Right.
Hey, my faith in God is out of this world. Nasemanga, haijafanyika, Mungu anajua si yangu. Kuna kitu itakuja ifanyike. So I know even if I miss something, a greater opportunity or a greater project is coming my way.
Right.
And this is God bringing it to me.
It always works out.
Yeah. So I think that's how I'm blessed.
I love it because it gives you so much peace. And I feel
It
like...
does. It does.
Yeah, when you just release everything, you say, it always works out. I feel like a lot of anxiety and stress and even depression, in some cases, a lot of the cases it's actually us imagining that things are worse than they actually are. If we only had a way of just letting it go and just say, you know what, it will work out. You know, it gives you peace. And I think that's a beautiful place to end on. It always works out. I really hope that you learned something from this conversation. Like we keep saying here, the younger generation, the Gen Z generation, have found a way to live life and to work and find that balance that us as the older generation, we're very, very envious. And so I'll keep bringing younger guests just to learn from them. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you too for having me.
Man, this is amazing. I know there are very many young girls and young men out there looking up to you, and I'm sure.
But if they have any questions, they can always drop by. Hapo kwa DMs, I actually respond to all career-related questions.
Wow.
All of them.
Yo. So what are your handles?
Claudia Naisabwa on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, Threads as well. And also on YouTube, I have my own show.
Okay.
An entertainment show.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely. I hope mmeziget. Please, DM tumesema ni career related. Please.
Yes. Oh, please.
Please.
When you could jump and hey, you're beautiful. I know I'm beautiful. Then.
Please business related. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for honoring our invite. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know your schedule is crazy, but thank you for
It's a
making.
girls' night out. I mean, hakuna pressure.
Oh, okay. Leonie Girls Night Out. Hiya. So we're still filming at Longonot Place. Come check out the apartments and book your staycation over here. Or if you're walking around, it's an awesome place, very close to the CBD. So it's a good space to work at. And I hope this class was meaningful to you. Until next time.